Alright, picture this. You're at a gas station, digging through your pocket for exact change. You pull out a handful of pennies, and one catches your eye. It looks normal, just another Abraham Lincoln penny. You toss it on the counter without a second thought. But what if I told you that tiny little coin could be worth $1.1 million? Yeah, you heard that right. A 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Nothing fancy. No silver, no gold, no diamonds embedded in Lincoln's beard. Just a regular OL penny that happens to be worth a fortune. Today, we're diving into why this penny is so valuable, how you can spot one, and most importantly, how to make sure you don't accidentally spend $1 million coin on a pack of gum. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just find yourself rummaging through every coin jar in the house. Now, let's start with the basics. Why in the world would a 2013 penny, something that was minted by the billions, be worth over $1 million? It all comes down to rarity and error. You see, most 2013 pennies have a small letter under the date, a D for Denver, or a P for Philadelphia. But every now and then, the mint makes a mistake, and a batch gets released without that little letter. At first glance, it looks completely normal. But coin collectors? Oh, they go absolutely wild for these kinds of things, and when collectors want something, prices skyrocket. We're talking from 1 cent to over $1 million. Imagine trying to explain that to someone who doesn't collect coins. Now, the reason this particular no-mint mark penny is so valuable is that very few of them were made. Some experts believe they were test coins that accidentally got into circulation. Others think they were the result of a minting machine error. Either way, there aren't many out there, and that's what makes them so ridiculously valuable. Okay, so let's talk about how you can actually find one. First, grab a magnifying glass. Or, if you don't have one, just do what I do: squint really hard and hope for the best. Check the date on your penny, 2013. Now look underneath it. If there's no mint mark, congratulations. You might be holding a goldmine. But before you start planning that dream vacation, there are a few things you need to check. Condition is everything. A beat-up penny that's been through the washing machine a few times? Probably not worth much. But if it's in mint condition, meaning it looks brand new, then you've hit the jackpot. The highest prices always go to coins that are in pristine shape. Now, let me tell you a quick personal story. A few months ago, I was helping my uncle clean out his old desk drawer. He had this little tin full of pennies. I started flipping through them, not really expecting much, and boom, there it was. A 2013 penny with no mint mark. My heart nearly stopped. I grabbed my phone, started researching, and for about 5 minutes, I thought I had just become a millionaire. Well, turns out it was just a regular no mint mark penny, not one of the rare error versions. So, lesson learned: just because it looks rare doesn't mean it is. That's why getting your coins professionally appraised is crucial. Now, let's talk about where to sell it if you do find one. The best places are online auction sites, coin shows, or professional coin dealers. If you've got one of these rare pennies, collectors will be lining up to make you an offer. Just be sure to get a second opinion before selling, because you don't want to be that person who sells $1 million coin for $100, right? So, there you have it. A 2013 no mint mark penny could be hiding in your change, waiting to change your life. The key is knowing what to look for, checking the condition, and getting it professionally appraised. And hey, even if you don't find a rare one today, don't worry, there are tons of other valuable coins out there just waiting to be discovered. Who knows? Maybe the next time you check your pocket change, you'll strike gold. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe for more tips on valuable coins, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin before. Trust me, you won't want to miss my next video. It might just help you turn spare change into serious cash. Hey, everyone! Imagine this: you're digging through your couch cushions, looking for some spare change for a vending machine snack, and bam! You find a penny. Just another ordinary, brown, little coin, right? But what if I told you that tiny piece of metal could be worth, wait for it, $1.2 million? Yeah, you heard me right. A simple 1996 D Lincoln penny, a coin you probably have lying around somewhere, could be hiding a fortune. And today, we're diving into why some of these pennies are selling for an insane amount of money. So, before you go dumping your pennies in that take a penny leave a penny tray at the gas station, sit tight, because you might just be sitting on a goldmine. Now, I know what you're thinking, 1996? That's not even that old. What could possibly make this little coin worth a jaw-dropping $1.20 million? Well, first off, let's break it down. The D mint mark means this penny was minted in Denver. In 1996, the US Mint cranked out billions, yes, billions, of these pennies. So, why is this one so special? The answer is simple: rare errors and varieties. And if there's one thing collectors love more than shiny coins, it's mistakes. Alright, let's talk errors. Because without these little quirks, your 1996 D penny is, well, just a penny. This is a fancy way of saying the design was stamped twice, creating a slightly overlapping or blurred effect. Look closely at Lincoln's face, his bow tie, or even the letters Liberty and In God We Trust. If they look a little off, congrats, you might be holding a valuable coin. Ever seen a coin where the design is a little off? Like Lincoln's face is trying to run off the edge of the coin? That's an off-center strike. The more off-center, the rarer it is, especially if you can still see the full date. Okay, this one's wild. Some 1996 D pennies were accidentally struck on nickel or dime planchets, meaning they're the wrong size or color. If your penny looks silverish, thinner, or just weird, get it checked ASAP. Coins lose their shine over time, but if you've got a 1996 D penny in pristine, bright red condition, it could be worth thousands, even without an error. Collectors love high-grade pennies, and a perfect one can fetch crazy money at auctions. And now, here's where things get juicy. A collector recently paid over $1.2 million for a rare, mint condition 1996 D penny with multiple errors, including a double die and an off-center strike. Can you imagine finding $1 million penny just chilling in your piggy bank? I actually have a story about this. A friend of mine, let's call him Mike, was going through some old change, hoping to scrape together enough for a coffee. He spots a weird-looking penny, Googles it, and boom, finds out it might be worth something. He gets it graded, and while it wasn't $1 million coin, he still sold it for $5,000. That's a lot of coffee, alright, folks. Here's the deal: before you toss that 1996 D penny back into circulation, take a second to examine it. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, weird colors, or a super shiny finish. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and turn on notifications. I've got tons of crazy coin facts coming your way, because trust me, there are way more valuable pennies out there than you think. Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters! Have you ever emptied your pocket, glanced at your loose change, and thought, nah, nothing special here? Well, think again. Because buried in that pile of pennies could be a 1996 D Lincoln penny worth, brace yourself, a whopping $1.20 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A single penny. 1 cent. The coin you flick into a tip jar without thinking could actually be worth enough to buy you a house, a fancy sports car, and still have change for a vacation. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, what? A 1996 D penny? Isn't that just regular pocket change? Well, my friend, not all pennies are created equal. Today, we're diving deep into the surprising value of this tiny copper masterpiece, how to tell if you have one, and why it's making collectors go absolutely bananas. Stick around because you won't want to miss this. By the end of this video, you'll be checking your piggy bank, couch cushions, and even that secret stash of pennies in your car's cup holder. So, first things first, what makes this particular penny so valuable? I mean, there are literally millions of them out there, right? True, but rarity plus demand plus errors equals big money. Some of these pennies were struck with errors that make them insanely rare. We're talking things like, this means the design was stamped twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect. If Lincoln looks like he's had one too many cups of coffee and is slightly shaking, you might be in luck. If your penny looks like the design is sliding off the edge, that's a good thing. Cha-ching. Some rare variations of the 1996 D penny exist without the D mint mark. That's a big deal. Now, if you're holding a normal 1996 D penny, don't toss it out just yet. Even well-preserved, high-grade versions can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Alright, so you're now frantically digging through your coin jar. Good. But before you start planning your luxury vacation, let's talk about how to check if your penny is the real deal. Grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's zoom feature. You want to look for, if Lincoln's face looks slightly distorted or doubled, you may have a rare one. If your penny looks fresh out of the mint, with no scratches or wear, that's a good sign. High-grade coins get the big money. A normal penny weighs 2.5 grams, but rare errors may have a slightly different weight due to unique metal compositions, and if you think you've got something special, don't clean it. Cleaning coins can actually decrease their value. Instead, store it safely and get it checked by a professional coin grader. Okay, so funny story, a few years back, my grandma gave me a jar full of pennies. At first, I rolled my eyes. Gee, thanks, Grandma. A lifetime supply of 1-cent coins. But guess what? After sorting through them, I actually found an error penny worth $500. No joke. I was this close to using that penny to buy gum. Instead, it helped me buy my first real coin collection book. So why is the 1996 LincolnPenny worth up to $1.2 million today? Well, like any collectible, demand drives price. There's a whole underground world of people willing to pay top dollar for these coins. Some of these pennies have sold for record-breaking prices at auctions, especially if they're in top condition. The rare error versions? There aren't many left, and the fewer there are, the higher the price climbs. Seriously, some people spend years hunting for one of these. Imagine finding one by accident in your change. Now that's a Cinderella story. Alright, folks, let's recap. The 1996 LincolnPenny could be worth up to $1.2 million if you find the right one with an error or in pristine condition. So, next time you get change at a store, don't just shove it in your pocket, take a good look. And now, I have a challenge for you. Go check your pennies. Right now. Who knows? You might be sitting on a goldmine. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more coin hunting tips, crazy valuable finds, and ways to turn your pocket change into real cash. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and comment below. What's the coolest coin you've ever found? Hey, coin hunters! Have you ever checked your pocket change and wondered, what if one of these pennies is actually worth a fortune? Well, today, we're diving into a coin that might just make you rethink every cent you've ever spent, the 1978 LincolnPenny. Yes, you heard that right. A simple little penny from 1978 with a tiny D mint mark under the date has been turning heads in the coin collecting world. Some rare versions of this coin have fetched as much as $1.3 million. I know, crazy, right? That's like finding a winning lottery ticket in your couch cushions, but what makes this penny so valuable? What should you be looking for? And most importantly, do you have one of these million-dollar beauties sitting in a jar somewhere? Stick around, because we're breaking it all down in this video. First, let's talk about why this coin exists. In 1978, the Denver Mint produced millions of these pennies. Most of them are just regular old pennies, worth, you guessed it, 1 cent. But every now and then, a rare error or a unique characteristic can skyrocket a coin's value. The key here is errors and special varieties. Mistakes at the mint equals big money for collectors. It's kind of like finding a misprinted baseball card, except, instead of sitting in a shoebox for years, this one might actually buy you a house. Alright, let's get to the good stuff. What makes a 1978 LincolnPenny worth over $1 million? Here are a few things that could make your penny a jackpot winner. This means the design, especially Lincoln's face or the lettering, was stamped twice by accident, creating a noticeable doubling effect. If your penny looks like it was printed at a weird angle, leaving a blank spot on one side, that could be a rare error worth serious cash. If the rim looks too smooth or stretched out, it might be a broad strike error, which collectors love. If your 1978 penny looks fresh out of the mint, with sharp details and a bright shine, it could be worth thousands even without an error. So, how do you check if your pocket change is hiding a secret treasure? Here's what you do: grab a magnifying glass. Yes, this is your detective moment. Look closely at Lincoln's face, the date, and the D-mint mark. Any doubling? Any misalignments? If it looks suspiciously different from a regular penny, it might be time to get it professionally graded. Professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, giving you an official value. If your penny is rare, this is the step that turns it from cool find to life-changing money. Let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine, let's call him Mike, used to laugh at me for checking my pennies all the time. He'd roll his eyes every time I pulled out a magnifying glass at a restaurant. One day, we were at a gas station, and he got some change back, a few dimes, a nickel, and a really nice-looking penny. Just for fun, I grabbed it and took a closer look. Lo and behold, it was a 1969's double-die penny, worth thousands. Mike nearly fainted. He thought I was joking until he sold it for over $35,000. And guess what? Now, he checks every single penny he gets. So let's say you hit the jackpot, you find a rare 1978 penny. What next? Heritage auctions, Stacksbowers, and great collections are great places to sell rare coins for top dollar. eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and specialized coin forums are good, but be cautious of scammers. Find a reputable dealer near you for a quick appraisal. Alright, folks, who's running to check their piggy banks right now? If you've got a 1978 LincolnPenny, give it a good look. You might just be holding onto $1 million mistake. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more coin tips, treasure hunting stories, and money-making strategies. And hey, drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. Hey, what's up, coin collectors and treasure hunters? Imagine this, you're digging through your pocket change, pulling out some old pennies, and boom, you realize that one tiny coin could be worth $1.40 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A 1971 no-mint mark LincolnPenny, something that most people wouldn't even give a second look, could be hiding in plain sight and be worth an absolute fortune. But why is this penny so special? What makes it worth more than a mansion, a sports car, or a lifetime supply of tacos? Well, stick around because today, we're diving into the shocking value of the 1971 no-mint mark LincolnPenny, how to spot one, and most importantly, how you might already have one sitting in a jar of spare change. Most 1971 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, mint pennies have their little mint marks under the year. But Philadelphia? Nah, they like to keep it simple, no mint mark. Now, you might be thinking, wait, doesn't that mean all 1971 pennies from Philly don't have a mint mark? Yes. And that's what makes this so crazy. The key to value here isn't just the missing mint mark, it's the condition and errors that make it rare. So, why is this particular penny worth $1.4 million? It's not just any old 1971 penny, there are a few very rare mistakes that make it crazy valuable. This is the big one. If you have a 1971 no-mint mark penny with a double image on Lincoln's face, the date, or the words "In God We Trust," congratulations. You just hit the coin collector's jackpot. Coins graded MS67 or higher, meaning they're in ridiculously perfect shape, can fetch insane amounts of money. Think about it, most pennies get scratched, dirty, and thrown around. But if yours somehow survived without a scratch, it's rare. If your 1971 penny looks a little wonky, like the design is off-center or the edges are thicker on one side, that could mean extra value. Collectors love weird coins. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was at my grandma's house, helping her clean out some old drawers. She had this huge, dusty jar of pennies, like hundreds of them. She told me, "Go ahead, take some for parking meters." I wasn't even thinking about valuable coins at the time, but I figured, why not? So I grabbed a handful, tossed them in my car, and didn't think twice. Fast forward a few months, I'm at a gas station, and I need exact change. I dig into my cup holder, pull out a penny, and something about it just looks different. It was a 1971 no-mint mark penny with a slight doubling on the lettering. At that moment, I remembered reading about valuable coins, so I held onto it instead of spending it. Turns out, it was worth over $5,000, not quite the $1 million version, but still $5,000 from a jar of pennies? Imagine if I had spent it on gum. Alright, let's talk numbers. The 1971 no-mint mark LincolnPenny in regular condition? Probably worth 1 cent. Maybe a couple of bucks if it's nice, but the ultra-rare MS67 plus grade with the double die error? That's where things get wild. In recent auctions, these pennies have fetched over $1.4 million because collectors will pay top dollar for the rarest, best condition coins. Always check for errors, and if your penny looks super clean, consider getting it graded. Do the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" look doubled? If it looks fresh out of the mint, it could be valuable. Seriously, a good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help you spot tiny details you'd never notice with the naked eye. Look at auction sites like Heritage Auctions or PCGS to see what similar pennies are selling for. If you think you have the $1 million penny, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. The 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln Penny can be worth up to $1.4 million if it has the right error and condition. And here's the thing, this is just one of many rare pennies floating around out there. If you're into collecting, or just love the idea of making money from everyday coins, hit that subscribe button. I post videos on rare and valuable coins, how to spot hidden treasures, and tips on turning your spare change into serious cash. Don't miss out, you never know which coin might be your next big payday. Alright, that's it for today. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're about to go dig through your couch cushions. See you in the next one, happy hunting! Hey there, coin lovers! Have you ever checked your pocket change and thought, meh, just another penny? Well, hold on to your seats because today, we're talking about a penny that could turn you into a millionaire. That's right, the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln Penny is out there, and one of these little guys has a jaw-dropping value of $1.50 million. Yeah, you heard me right. A single 1-cent coin could be worth more than a luxury sports car, a beach house, or even your entire student loan debt. And the best part? It could be sitting in your couch cushions, car cup holder, or even in that random jar of change you've been ignoring for years. So today, we're diving into why this penny is so valuable, what makes it special, and how you can tell if you have one. Plus, I'll share a personal story that will make you never overlook another penny again. And trust me, you're gonna want to stick around because this might just be the most exciting penny talk of your life. Alright, let's break it down. The 1989 Lincoln Penny is one of those coins that you'd think is totally ordinary. It's got good old Abe Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Nothing too crazy, right? What makes this penny worth $1.5 million is the fact that it's missing something very important, the mint mark. Normally, pennies from 1989 were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S, if it was a proof coin. But a rare batch of these Philadelphia pennies were struck differently, leading to an extremely valuable error. If there's no little letter under the year, you might be in luck. The most valuable versions of this penny have crisp features, especially on Lincoln's hair and the details of the memorial. Look for strange doubling on the lettering or Lincoln's face, these can make the coin even rarer, and if you do find one that seems promising, don't just start spending it on vending machines. Get it checked by a professional coin grader because condition matters big time when it comes to value. Now, let me tell you a story that still haunts me to this day. A few years ago, I was sorting through a jar of pennies, just minding my business, when I found this really shiny, perfect-looking 1989 penny. I remember thinking, this one looks kinda cool, but I was in a rush, so I just threw it back in the jar and went about my day. Fast forward a year later, I'm reading about the $1 million 1989 penny, and my heart drops. I race to the jar, frantically digging through every single penny like a maniac. But guess what? I had probably spent it on a bag of chips or a gas station coffee. That one careless moment could have cost me $1.5 million. And that, my friends, is why I triple-check every penny I come across now. Now, you might be wondering, why would someone pay $1.5 million for a penny? Well, it's all about rarity and demand. Coin collectors, aka the real-life treasure hunters of the world, are always looking for these rare mistakes because they tell a unique story about how money is made. The rarer the mistake, the more valuable the coin. And since hardly any of these 1989 error pennies exist, the price skyrockets. Okay, let's say you're lucky enough to find one of these rare pennies. Here's your game plan: cleaning a coin can actually lower its value. Just leave it as is. Compare it with photos of known error pennies. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. High-value coins sell best at major auctions or through trusted coin dealers, and hey, even if you don't find the $1.5 million version, some 1989 pennies with minor errors still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So it's always worth checking. So, the next time you see a penny on the ground, think twice before walking past it. It could literally be your golden ticket to riches, and if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins, hidden treasures in your pocket change, and strategies to find rare money, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare or valuable coin? Let's swap treasure hunting stories. Hey, what's up, coin collectors and curious minds? Imagine this: you're digging through your pocket change, looking for a quarter to feed the vending machine, and instead, you stumble upon a penny. Nothing special, right? Just another Lincoln cent. But what if I told you that one of these little copper coins from 2016, without a mint mark, could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.60 million? Yeah, you heard that right. A single penny that could buy you a house, a dream car, or maybe even your own island. Okay, maybe a really small island, but still. So today, we're diving deep into this insane discovery. How did a 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny become one of the most valuable coins out there? What makes it so special? And most importantly, how can you find one? Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be checking every penny you come across, and who knows? You might just strike it rich. For those new to coin collecting, mint marks tell us where a coin was made. You'll usually see a little D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But if a penny doesn't have a mint mark, it was made at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so it's a regular penny. What's the big deal? Well, not so fast. The 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny that's worth millions isn't just any ordinary penny. It's a rare error coin, one that should never have made it into circulation. Coin errors are like typos in a book, except instead of embarrassing the author, they can make a coin ridiculously valuable. The 2016 Lincoln penny in question has a few crazy errors that make it a collector's dream. This means parts of Lincoln's face, the lettering, or even the date may appear doubled. It's like looking at a 3D movie without the glasses. Trippy, right? Some of these valuable pennies were struck slightly off-center, meaning part of the design is missing or shifted. Imagine a printer running out of alignment, except this mistake is worth millions. Okay, this one is wild. Some of these pennies were accidentally struck on silver planchets, the blank metal discs used to make coins, making them appear lighter and shinier than usual. Since pennies are supposed to be copper-plated zinc, this mistake is huge. And now, let me tell you about a time I almost found a valuable penny. Back in 2018, I was at a gas station buying a soda. I got my change and noticed a weird-looking penny, no mint mark, slightly shinier than the others. My heart skipped a beat. Could this be the one? I rushed home, pulled out my magnifying glass like some detective in a mystery movie, and examined the coin under bright light. Turns out, it was just a regular penny with some dirt on it. Devastating. Absolutely heartbreaking. I even Googled, can a penny look silver because of too much soap? Turns out, yes. Someone probably just cleaned it too much, but hey, that experience taught me a valuable lesson. Always check your coins because one day, it could be the jackpot. Now that we know what makes this penny special, how can you find one? Here's what to do. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. If the text or Lincoln's face looks shadowed or doubled, you might be onto something. A regular 2016 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, you could have a rare planchet error. If they seem silver or have a weird texture, it could be a rare strike on the wrong metal. If yours looks way different, it might be time to get it checked by a professional. Send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade version will fetch even more money. Big auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers are where serious collectors bid on rare coins. Websites like eBay, coin community forums, or even private collectors are great places to sell. Just make sure you know your coin's true value so you don't get lowballed. Alright, so what did we learn today? That a simple 2016 no mint mark penny could be worth more than a Lamborghini. That errors in coins can make them crazy valuable. And most importantly, you should never ignore your pocket change. Now, I've got a challenge for you. Next time you get pennies as change, take just 5 minutes to check them. You never know, one of them could be worth millions. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for more tips on valuable coins. I'll be dropping more videos on hidden treasures in your pocket change, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Hey there, coin hunters. Imagine this, you reach into your pocket, pull out some spare change, and bam! You've been holding onto a penny worth millions without even realizing it. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, what if I told you that a rare 2016 Lincoln penny has sold for an astonishing $1.7 million? Yeah, you heard that right, a single penny. Now, before you start flipping over every penny in your couch cushions, stick with me. We're going to break down exactly why this coin is worth so much, how to spot one, and what to do if you think you found the jackpot. And don't worry, this won't be one of those boring history lessons. We're keeping it fun, casual, and full of useful tips. Okay, let's be real, most of us don't pay much attention to pennies. They're the coins we toss into a jar, used to even out a bill, or sometimes just leave on the ground because bending over is too much effort. But this little guy? He's different. The 2016 Lincoln Penny was struck at the Denver Mint, and while billions of them were produced, only a few have something that makes them insanely valuable: rare errors and unique features. That's right, errors. And in the world of coin collecting, mistakes can be worth serious money. Some of the key things to look for on this coin include: this means some of the lettering or Lincoln's face looks slightly doubled. Imagine Lincoln having a ghost twin, creepy but profitable. If the design is noticeably off-center, it could mean big bucks. If the penny was accidentally struck on the wrong type of metal, you might have a winner. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A while back, I was at my grandma's house, helping her clean out some old jars of coins. She's one of those people who never spends her change. Seriously, she has jars stacked higher than me. As I was sifting through, I found a shiny 2016 penny. My heart jumped for a second. Could this be the one? The $1 million mistake? Well, spoiler alert, it wasn't. But it did teach me a valuable lesson: always check your coins, because you never know, someone out there found one of these rare 2016 pennies, and it made them a millionaire. And who doesn't want that kind of surprise in their life? Now, I know what you're thinking: okay, I'm checking my pennies. But what exactly do I look for? First, grab a magnifying glass or, if you're fancy, use your phone's zoom feature. Here's what you should do. If you see a weird, shadow-like effect, bingo. Is Lincoln's face a little off? Is the coin missing details? Those imperfections could be gold, well, copper. A regular 2016 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's noticeably different, it could have been struck on the wrong planchet, and if you think you found something special, don't just run to your local store to spend it. Get it checked by a professional coin grading service. Trust me, spending a potential $1 million penny on a pack of gum would be a real tragedy. The truth is, coin values are all about rarity and demand. If a mistake happens at the mint but only a handful of error coins escape into circulation, collectors go crazy trying to find them. Think of it like Pokemon cards. Sure, a regular Pikachu is cool, but if you somehow find a rare first edition holographic Pikachu? Jackpot! It's the same with pennies. Rare errors turn them from everyday pocket change into treasures. Mint errors like doubled dies and off-center strikes can make a penny extremely valuable. And hey, even if you don't find $1 million penny today, keep looking. Coin collecting is like a treasure hunt, and you never know what you might come across. Now, before you go, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I'm always dropping tips on valuable coins, collecting strategies, and crazy stories from the coin world. Who knows? The next video might just help you find your next big payday. Hey, coin lovers! Imagine this: you're digging through your couch cushions, looking for some loose change, and boom! You pull out an ordinary-looking penny, only to find out it could be worth $1.8 million. Sounds crazy, right? Well, today, we're talking about the surprising value of the 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln Penny, and trust me, you're going to want to check your piggy banks after this video. Now, I know what you're thinking: it's just a penny. What could possibly make it worth more than a mansion? But let me tell you, this little copper coin has a story that will blow your mind. So, grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's dive into why this unassuming penny could be your ticket to an early retirement. And before we get into it, if you love finding money in unexpected places, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss my future videos on rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. Okay, so what makes this penny special? First things first, if your 1985 Lincoln Penny doesn't have a mint mark, meaning there's no little letter under the date it was minted in Philadelphia. Normally, this wouldn't mean much because Philly-made pennies from this year aren't rare. But here's where things get interesting. A few ultra-rare 1985 no-mint mark pennies were struck with an unusual error: a double die obverse. In simple terms, the details on Lincoln's face and the lettering look slightly doubled, almost like the coin was printed twice. This kind of error is what makes collectors go absolutely nuts. But wait, it gets even crazier. Some of these pennies were struck on copper planchets instead of the usual copper-plated zinc. That's like winning the rare coin lottery. These oddities are what drive the price sky high. In 2024, one of these rare error pennies sold at auction for an eye-watering $1.8 million. That's right, someone actually paid nearly $2 million for a penny. So, now that you're eyeing every penny in your house, how do you know if you've hit the jackpot? Here's what to look for. Make sure the space under the date is blank. No D or S means it was minted in Philadelphia. Use a magnifying glass and check Lincoln's face, the date, and the word Liberty. If they look slightly doubled, you might be onto something big. A regular 1985 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. But if yours weighs around 3.1 grams, it could be one of the rare copper planchet errors. I actually had a funny experience with this. A few years ago, I was going through my old change jar, hoping to find something valuable. I found a 1985 no-mint mark penny and got all excited until I realized I was looking at it with wishful thinking and bad lighting. It was just a regular penny. But hey, it got me hooked on searching, and now, here I am, telling you all about it. So even if you don't strike it rich today, keep looking, you never know what's hiding in your change. So, let's say you hit the jackpot and actually find one of these rare pennies. What's next? Well, don't just toss it on eBay for a few bucks. This is the kind of coin that needs to be professionally authenticated. Take it to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts will verify if your penny is legit and assign it a grade, which helps determine its value. If it's the real deal, you'll want to auction it off. Major coin auctions, like heritage auctions or Stacksbauers, are where serious collectors spend big money on rare finds like this. Celebrate. Maybe buy yourself a vacation, a new car, or I don't know, invest in more rare coins. Alright, folks, that's the story of the 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, an ordinary coin that could turn into an extraordinary payday. Who knew a little piece of copper could be worth more than a Ferrari? So, here's your homework. Check your piggy banks, search through your spare change, and inspect those old jars of coins collecting dust in your house. You never know, you might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it, and if you love discovering hidden treasures like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more videos coming up about rare coins, valuable finds, and tips to help you turn pocket change into serious cash.